Those of you complaining about Apple products being too expensive, well, the company has a ton of changes on their website that pretty much address that. We have some new features and leaks for the Google Pixel 4 XL on Android Q, and Samsung just put out the Galaxy Note 10 teaser that tells us that the phone is going to be more than just a phone. I'm Jaime Rivera, and grab some popcorn. There is a ton to cover, particularly with Apple, that's rather interesting. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals. If you're in the market for iPads, I'd recommend you go to Amazon. There's currently a couple of deals where you can get up to $250 off iPad Pros. My favorite is the iPad Pro 11-inch, but it doesn't really matter which model you're getting. You can learn more about that in the description. But Apple made a ton of changes, starting with their back-to-school deals, which are famous every year. This time you're getting up to $200 off in the case of MacBook Airs or MacBook Pros, and you also get a pair of Beats, which have nothing to do with back-to-school. But anyways, you can learn more about those in the description, and bear with me. In the last segment, we'll cover everything that Apple changed, which is a lot. Now let's move the spotlight over to Honor, particularly because you know how much this whole Huawei debacle has been affecting every single brand that's under the Huawei portfolio, but still it seems that the company is still planning to launch the successor to the 8X, rumored possibly the 9X, which is that entry-level smartphone that's well-designed and well-priced. $250 was the price for the 8X, and we had really great specifications and design. Now we've got rumors that the 9X is going to bring a new Kirin 810 processor that is apparently slated to compete with the Snapdragon 730. And the thing about it is, apparently the price is not going to change, meaning $250 for a processor that's actually mid to high end. The 730, that's what it competes with. And so, yeah, if we've got something that competes with that at $250 with a possible launch end of July, that's going to be rather interesting. We'll keep you posted. Now let's move the spotlight over to Samsung and the Galaxy Note 10. We see a new teaser in Asia for what to expect for this phone, and it's interesting because of one thing. See, the Galaxy Note 10 is obviously that smartphone that can do more, meaning the Galaxy Note lineup. But the thing about it is this teaser points to the fact that we have too many devices. We've got a laptop or a computer, we've got a tablet, we've got this and that. And Samsung is trying to offer us, according to the teaser, one product that's going to be able to do everything, meaning the Galaxy Note to be able to replace your computer, replace your tablet, replace your laptop. And that's a really tall order. Obviously, again, the Galaxy Note has been able to do more, but not everything that it's been able to do are things that you will use constantly. So let's see how it goes. We'll keep you posted. Unpacked is just a couple of weeks away. And how about if we talk about Fight for the Future, a digital rights advocacy group that currently requested a nationwide ban on the use of facial recognition because it affects your civil liberties. As it stands, your current smartphone has facial recognition, and there are a ton of other facial recognition features that are currently being used for law enforcement. And the thing about it is, well, we've got cities like San Francisco and Somerville in Massachusetts that are already banning for law enforcement agencies to be able to use this to be able to find you and to track you and to everything. And it's a rather interesting article that I highly recommend that you read, mainly because, yeah, it's a good question. Do you think that law enforcement should be able to use these things against you or to use this to track crime? Because obviously there is a positive sense to the fact that if they're trying to find somebody that's a true delinquent, then sure, why not? But what about the rest of us that are not out to do something wrong? That's a rather interesting topic that we should actually consider discussing further, probably in the podcast. We'll keep you posted. But yeah, what do you think should happen? And how about if we talk about Android Q and a recent post on XDA developers on some new capabilities? Obviously, dark mode is one of the major features that's coming to Android Q. I'm currently using it on my Pixel 3 XL that I've been testing the beta. That's all fine, but you know that when you boot up your Pixel right now, you get a white launch screen with the Google logo and everything. Apparently, even that is going to dark mode now. Obviously, we're currently on beta 5. There is more to come. We're still not exactly sure when the final version of Android Q is going to launch, but obviously we'll keep you posted on that. But yeah, it seems that even the boot logo is going to be changing. And finally, the hottest news today has to do with Apple, because in addition to the fact that we've got those back-to-school deals, the company just relaunched a ton of stuff They killed products out of the blue, and they did a ton of this silently, like there's no official announcement, so bear with me as the changes are rather significant. Let's start with the fact that the 12-inch MacBook, you know, that new MacBook? Yeah, that product is now dead. Or let's call it discontinued, or at least we don't see it on Apple's website anywhere. So long live that new MacBook that I'm now happy that I didn't buy a couple of weeks ago. I actually wanted to get me one. Really, the new entry level is now the MacBook Air, and it's actually got some upgrades like a True Tone display and a better starting price of $1099, in addition to a new higher tier model that goes up to 1 terabyte of storage. And then there are the changes to the MacBook Pro, where the non-touch bar variant is now dead, or sort of dead. See, all models now have a touch bar, but now you've got 2 variants with 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports starting at $1299, and then 2 models with 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports starting at $1799. All models are quad-core processors, but the clock speeds are significantly different. And then probably the most interesting changes for those of you looking for upgrades, as Cupertino is now dropping the price on those across the board. So to give you an idea, in the past, if you wanted to get 4 terabytes of solid-state drive on a MacBook Pro, that was costing $2,800 in the past. Yeah, those got cut in half to $1,400. And no, for those of you that think that this is also bringing the new rumored scissor keyboard switches, yeah, we're still stuck with the improved butterfly mechanism, but Apple has also confirmed that even those that have issues will get free replacements. And yes, I wish I could tell you that we've got discounted prices on iPhones, but no, those retain the same price. So yeah, tons of changes. Obviously, we're close to a possible iPhone refresh in September, so it's interesting that we get the Mac refreshes now, meaning I don't think that we're going to get that butterfly keyboard switch anytime soon. But anyways, in today's question, let us know, what do you think about the changes? Do you think that Apple is making enough changes, or do you think that they should also bring discounts to their iPhone lineups? Because in my case, I think they should. I mean, Apple lives on iPhones, and those are not the ones that are getting discounted, or at least not from Apple. Let us know what you think about that in the comments down below. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to both our channels, English and Spanish, for more videos like this one. Also, follow us on social media as our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and you have my personal handles as well to follow me. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.